Okay, I am here in 7.4 day 2 CAMI assignment. Let's review the 3 results that we can have when solving an equation. So first, there can be one solution. When x, or whatever your variable is, equals some number, like x equals 8, that means 8 is the only solution that will satisfy that equation. There could also be no solution. If you have like a equals b, or some number equals a different number, like 0 equals 9. 0 never equals 9. That does not make sense. And so there would be no solution, no value for the variable that would satisfy the equation. Or thirdly, there could be an infinite amount of solutions. So like a equals a, or some number equals that exact same number, like 6 equals 6. Or you could have some expression equal to some expression, like x plus 5 equals x plus 5. Because there is the same stuff on the left side and the right side, that means there's an infinite amount of solutions. You can plug in whatever number in for x, and the left side would always equal the right side. So in our first example here, we're going to solve this equation and determine how many solutions there are. If there is one solution, we should give the value for the variable x. So I see parentheses. Let's eliminate those parentheses by using the distributive property. This is my first step to solve the equation. So 6 times x, that's 6x. 6 times -1, -6. I bring my equal sign down. On the right side, I have no parentheses, so I bring that stuff down as well. Step 2, I would combine like terms. Look left, not like terms. Look right, not like terms. Step 3, get the variable on one side. Okay, so I'm going to get the variable on the left side. Doesn't matter which side you choose. So I'm going to move 6x to the left side by subtraction so that these 6x's cancel. And also what happens here? 6x minus 6x, those cancel as well. And so basically your variable is gone, and all you have is on the left side, you have -6. On the right side, you have -1. Okay, so is this true? Is -6 equal to -1? No, that is not true and never true. In fact, this is no solution. If you have some number equal to a different number, there is no solution. And so that's simply what you will write, no solution. You can write it, or you could use a text box to write no solution. But I need to see your work. And then because of what you got at the end, there is no solution. So there is no value for x that you can plug into this equation and make the left side equal to the right side. So no solution for number 1. Number 2, I'm going to solve this equation and see how many solutions there are. If there's one solution, I'm going to give the value for d. So I see parentheses on the left side, so let me distribute. 2 times d, that's 2d. 2 times 7, positive 14. Okay, I'll bring the -1 down, equals. Now on this side, I don't have any parentheses, but let me go ahead and simplify this term right here where it's 8d over 4. Now I can simplify that because 8 over 4, what is that the same as? What is 8 over 4 the same as? Or 8 divided by 4, right? Because of course that's what the fraction bar means. 8 divided by 4 is the same as 2. And I'm going to keep my variable because this is a d term. So 8d over 4 is the same thing as 2d. I'll bring the plus 13 down as well. So my parentheses are gone. Now I'm going to combine like terms. I do have like terms over here on the left side because 14 and -1, those are constants, right? They don't have a variable, so they can be combined. So I'm going to bring the 2d down. Of course, 14 minus 1 is positive 13. Equal to, my right side is also 2d plus 13. So right now, I can tell how many solutions there will be, can't I? Look on the left side, I have 2d plus 13. What's on the right side? The same exact thing, 2d plus 13. So I could say right now there are an infinite amount of solutions. Okay, but if I didn't recognize that right away and I try to get my variable on one side, if I subtracted 2d from both sides and try to get my variable on the left side, again, you will notice that these two d's cancel and those two d's cancel. And so what you're left with is 13 on the left side and 13 on the right side. 13 is on both sides. And so we would say there's an infinite amount of solutions. So you can write the infinite symbol, which is like the sideways 8, or you can use a text box, and type in infinite solutions. Okay? Next, number 3. Solve the equation to determine how many solutions there are. If there's one solution, give the value for x. So I see parentheses. I'm going to eliminate those parentheses by the distributive property. So 1/2 times x, that's 1/2 x. Then I have 1/2 times -8. So let me go ahead and write that down. I'll go back and cross simplify later. So this is a positive 1/2 that I am distributing, and I'm multiplying that by -8. I'm going to write -8 as a fraction because I'm multiplying that by the fraction 1/2. So -8 as a fraction is -8 over 1. I'll bring my equal sign down, and I'm going to leave this side as is for now. 8 minus x over 2. Now I'm going to go through and cross simplify. So I have 1/2 x. Now let's cross simplify here. I have 1 over 1 that's already simplified, but 8 over 2, that's the same thing as 4 over 1, right? So this is 1 times -4. Don't forget that negative sign right there. This is a positive 1. This right here is a -4. So 1 times -4 is -4, equal to, my right side is 8 minus x over 2. Now I see that I have fractions in this equation. On the left side, I have a fraction with a denominator of 2, and on the right side, I have a fraction with a denominator of 2. So if I want to get rid of my fractions here, I need to multiply both sides of the equation by 2 so that that 2 gets eliminated from the denominator. So I'm going to multiply the left side by 2. When I do that, I'm going to put it in parentheses, of course, and I'm going to multiply the right side by 2, or 2 over 1, right? 2 is the same thing as 2 over 1. Now, because I've created parentheses, I need to eliminate those parentheses by distributing. So 2 times 1/2, 2 over 1 times 1/2 x, right? Don't forget your variable. I also have a 2 times -4. 2 times -4, that would be -8, right? Bring my equal sign down. Look what happens over here on the right side. I have a 2 in the numerator and a 2 in the denominator. Those would cross simplify. And so what you're left with is just 8 minus x over here. That's my numerator. My denominator would be 1, of course, but I don't need the denominator of 1. So I just have 8 minus x. Let's cross simplify right here. Again, I have a 2 in the numerator and a 2 in the denominator. Those cross simplify to 1. And so what this turns into is 1 times 1x, or 1 times x, which is simply x. Okay, so x minus 8 equals, on the right side is 8 minus x. Okay, so I'm going to get my variable on one side now. So let me get the variable on the left side. So I need to add x to both sides to undo the subtraction. Those x's cancel, right? Negative x plus x cancels. So you have, on the left side, I have x plus x. That's 2x. I'll bring the minus 8 down, bring my equal sign down, and bring the 8 down on the right side. So because my variable is on the left side, my numbers, this number right here, -8, needs to go to the other side. So I undo subtraction by addition. So let me add 8 to both sides. So those 8's cancel, and I have 2x equal to 8 plus 8 is 16. Fifth and final step, solve for x. Right? I divide both sides by 2. Those 2 simplify, and so 8 equals 16 divided by 2, which is 8. So x equals 8. So this means how many solutions are there? There is one solution, right? One solution. The only solution for this equation we just found is 8. That is the only number that you can plug into the original equation and the left side be equal to the right side. So there is one solution, and I told you, or I found what that one solution is. That one solution is x equals 8. Okay, so you try the rest. Like we've been doing, determine how many solutions there are, and if there's one solution, give the value for that variable. Okay, number 5, looks like here you're going to have to distribute the 8. If there's one solution, then give the value for y. If there's no solutions, write no solutions. If there's infinite solutions, write infinite solutions. Okay, so there's 7. Here's 8, has fractions in it. As you can see, the denominators are 6, 3, and 9. So you want the least common denominator of 3, 6, and 9. Whatever that is, that's what you'll multiply both sides of the equation by to eliminate the fractions. These last couple of numbers, 9 and 10, I just give you a little equation right here and say, is there a one solution, no solution, or infinite solutions? All you have to do here is circle which one of these you think it is. After that, then you will turn it in.